If you feel like your style might be aging you, then I'm sure you're going to love these really simple styling tips that are guaranteed to make you look and feel 10 years younger. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. I spent 20 years working in women's magazines, both here in New Zealand and also in Australia, with 7 of those editing New Zealand's top-selling fashion magazine, Fashion Quarterly. When I left magazines, I started this YouTube channel to share my passion for fashion with you. I also love a good shortcut, so consider this channel your shortcut to style. So today I'm sharing some simple styling tips that are going to help you look and feel your absolute best. And I truly believe that fashion has the power to do that. Sometimes we get caught in a little bit of a style rut and it can actually really age us. Now I'm 55 and I don't profess to look any younger than my years, but I do believe that some of my fashion choices and styling choices help me look as good as I can for my age, and at the end of the day that's what it's all about for me. And whenever I've filmed these sorts of videos in the past, I will always get comments about my hair and people saying that I should cut some bangs or a fringe or add some curl to my hair and that would make me look younger. And you know what? I totally agree. It would definitely make me look younger, but I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to styling my hair, and having bangs and hair to faff around with just doesn't work for my lifestyle. So that is something that I choose to leave as it is, and it does probably age me, and I know I could look younger with a different hairstyle, but I'm not going to, because it just doesn't suit my lifestyle. Over the years I've had every single hairstyle imaginable, from perms to short to black, you name it, I've tried it all. And at the end of the day, I've landed on this simple hairstyle, which isn't even really a style, as the one that works for my lifestyle. That's a key part in this as well. There is no point adopting any differences in your styling or your daily routine if it doesn't suit your lifestyle. So keep that in mind when watching this video. And a small portion of today's episode is sponsored by Squarespace, and I will tell you a little bit more about them shortly. But for now, let's get on to these simple styling tips. One of the easiest things that I think we can do as we get older is simplify our outfits. Now, I know this isn't going to work for everyone, because there are some of you out there that are maximalists when it comes to your style, and that's great. Stick with what you're doing. But what I do find is a little more flattering and a little bit more youthful is pulling back some of those accessories as you get a little bit older. When I've done styling workshops in the past, I've seen a lot of women sort of 40 plus that are opting for large oversized accessories, whether they be large pendants or scarves or big earrings. Generally they use these as a way of detracting from another body part, and I get that, I totally understand that, but sometimes the overuse of accessories on an outfit can actually age you. So be careful about how much you accessorize, and sometimes just pull it back a little bit and think about simplifying your outfits. Now, next up, I think it's really important to look at trends for fashion inspiration. Now, I do talk about trends quite a bit on my channel here, and I'm not suggesting that you slavishly follow every trend that is out, but I think as we get older we do tend to get stuck in a little bit of a style rut. We tend to dress in a certain way. Maybe it was from 10 years ago when we felt great, and we just hang on to certain styles because we know that they work for us. It can be a good thing. This is a good thing if you've got a good sense of your style and you hang on to that. But if you are not moving with the times as such and just adopting some new modern trends, then you do run the risk of being sort of held back and just looking a little bit older than you actually are. So what I do suggest is dipping your toe in the trends, looking at the trends, just being inspired by them, not slavishly following them, but perhaps pick one trend per season that you could use to update your outfits. It might be just a color or an accessory or just a particular style and try and incorporate a modern piece into the clothes that you already own. This is a surefire way of just updating your look, making your look a little bit more modern, and the more modern and fresh you look, the more youthful you appear. And that leads in really nicely to asking yourself whether you do in fact need a style refresh. Are you in a bit of a style rut? Do you feel like you don't really know where to move when it comes to the trends, or whether you're too old to wear something? If you are in a bit of a style rut, sometimes it takes a bit of a serious intervention to get you out of it. And that may mean spending a little bit of money with a personal stylist. If you can't afford that, perhaps make some fun with it, or have some fun with it. Like what I tend to do sometimes is just go shopping with a friend. Perhaps you could choose outfits for each other. It's about just getting outside of your own thinking when it comes to dressing and creating outfits. It's getting someone else's take on what you could wear. And I think that that can be really helpful. So either go shopping with a friend, choose outfits for each other, or if you can afford it and your budget can stretch to it, maybe invest in a personal styling session that can just get you out of a bit of a funk and help you move with the times a little bit. And at this point, I'd just like to say a really big thank you to the team at Squarespace for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. I recently moved, well, it's probably a while ago now, my blog over to Squarespace, and I haven't looked back. I've used numerous different platforms over the years, and I can hand on heart say that Squarespace is the easiest. So if you're not overly tech savvy like me, then you're going to love it. The thing that is really great about Squarespace is that they offer a multitude of templates. So all you need to do is choose a template that fits the look and feel of the website that you'd like to create, and seriously, within about an hour you can be online. It's really that easy. The other great thing about Squarespace is that everything is there in one place. So you can send out your emails, you can track your traffic and see where it's coming from. You can do everything there in one space. And also you can sell. If you've got products to sell, that can all be done through your Squarespace platform. So it is really simple, and the exciting thing is that the team at Squarespace are offering you a 10% discount off your first website or domain with them. So what I suggest that you do is whip on over to squarespace.com, take advantage of their free trial offer, and then when you are ready to launch, use my unique URL, which is simply squarespace.com/The Style Insider, and then my discount code, which is The Style Insider, and that, as I said, will save you 10% off your first website or domain. The link and the details are in the description box below. But for now, let's get on to some of these styling tips and tricks that will, I was going to say help you, but no, they will definitely make you look 10 years younger. Now, next up, one of the important things that we often overlook is our hair and makeup. Okay, so I touched on my hair earlier, and yes, I could do better, but it doesn't suit my lifestyle. But certainly makeup choices can really help to make you look as good as you possibly can for your age. And I know makeup can be a little bit scary. I'm certainly no expert. But what I did recently was I went along to my local Sephora. I wanted to try a few new things. I also wanted to get a better foundation that suited my skin tone, because obviously as you age, your skin tone does change. So you sort of need to move those things along with the times. What I do find when I have a visit like that, I find a few new tricks or a new color or something new that I can take away and use in my daily makeup lineup. And it just makes me feel a little bit more modern, a little bit fresher. And as I said, I am no makeup expert, but the professionals are out there. And generally what can happen is if you get your makeup done at a counter, you can redeem the cost of that professional makeup on product, or quite often you can just go and get color matching and makeup done for you for free. So don't overlook hair and makeup, and Again, I suppose the takeaway here though is just to make sure that it suits your lifestyle, which is why I'm not going short with my hair or getting a fringe again. It's too much like hard work for me. It doesn't suit my lifestyle. But hair and makeup are two things that can definitely help to make you feel younger. One of the other things that really does make a difference in an outfit, and I often say that it actually makes an outfit, is good shoes. And I think sometimes I think the older we get, the more we go for comfort, and our shoes become not an important part of an outfit. And I totally believe that you can have comfort and style when it comes to shoes. And certainly for me, I've moved on with my shoe choices in the last few years. I had a back injury a couple of months ago, and I tend to wear flats more than not these days. And that's fine, but I wear modern style flats and things like Converse, trainers. I know that's not going to be the look that's right for everyone, but just modernizing your shoes can really make any simple outfit look a little bit fresher, a little bit more on trend, which ultimately makes you look and feel younger. The other really important thing that we can do to look our absolute best is to think about proportions when we're putting an outfit together. Quite often I will see outfits where everything is fitted. What is the most flattering is to balance that sense of proportion. So if you're wearing something that's fitted on top, it always looks more pleasing to the eye if you balance that out with something that is a little more floaty and fuller on the bottom, and vice versa. It's just about creating balance as opposed to everything in your outfit being the same. And this also goes for creating a little bit of shape. I know as we get older, our bodies change, and there is that temptation to sort of cover up in oversized clothes. I know that all too well. I do that myself from time to time. But I think the most flattering and certainly the most youthful outfits are those that have a little bit of shape. So instead of focusing on completely covering up and not seeing any shape, I think it's really important just to try and accentuate your curves and show some shape. And that really is the most flattering look. Now, updating and modernizing our accessories is also really key. Now, I did talk earlier about accessories, and we have to be careful not to add large and too many accessories, because what I do see is women over 40 who tend to use these large accessories as a bit of a distraction. But I think what does tend to happen more often than not is that those accessories basically age you. So it doesn't cost a lot of money to update your accessories just so that they're a little bit more modern and on trend. Things like sunglasses, obviously sunglasses change, the shape, the style changes. Adding a modern pair of sunglasses to an existing outfit is immediately going to make you look younger than your years. It makes you look modern, on trend, which really does equate to looking more youthful. And things like jewelry choices as well. There are some amazing costume jewelry options out there that are a little bit finer, a little bit more modern. Belts, bags, these sorts of accessories can really make or break an outfit and can really age and date you if you get it wrong. Now, I did talk earlier about the importance of selecting trends that will help you update your look, but I also think it's really important not to go too far the other way and not to try too hard to look young and to wear youthful clothes, because in my opinion, that actually does age you. It can make you look a little bit older than your years. I personally have to think about this because I love wearing jeans and trainers, but I know that's actually a really young look. And the last thing I want to do is look like I'm trying too hard to look young. I'm 55, I'm happy to look my age, but I just want to look a good version of it. So it's really important that you don't take it too far with those trend pieces, because trying to wear pieces that are really youthful is actually going to do the reverse. It will make you look older. So just be mindful of that. Now, next up, and I think that this is a really important one, as you get older, I think it's really key to find colors that actually work for you and that flatter your skin tone. And don't get me wrong, I love black and I will always wear black, but it's certainly not as kind to me these days as it was a few years back. Well, 10 plus years ago. But I know my skin tone has changed, and certainly if I'm not wearing makeup, I just can't wear black. It is too unforgiving. It washes me out. It just ages me. So I think finding a color that actually uplifts you, that suits your skin tone, that makes you look fresh and alive is a really easy way just to look youthful without looking to try hard. And I think that's where color is one of those beautiful things. I've talked a lot recently about dopamine dressing, and I've also been experimenting with color quite a bit lately myself, and I do know that it makes me feel alive and uplifted and happy. So try and find the color that does the same for you. And sometimes it's as easy as just going into stores, trying or holding pieces of clothing up close to your face. You really quickly get an idea of what works and what doesn't. So trust your gut on this and experiment with colors and try and find the color that just makes you look alive. Now, last but not least, I think it's really important to stop limiting thoughts when it comes to fashion. There are so many times where I hear women say, oh, I can't wear that, I'm too old for that, or I'm too this for that, or oh, I don't think I should wear that at my age. To be honest, that is just so limiting, and I know where you're coming from when you're thinking those thoughts and saying those things. I've definitely been there myself, and I definitely ask myself the question when I'm trying on certain pieces. But I think it's really important not to absolutely draw a line in the sand and limit yourself by those thoughts. It's all too easy to decide, okay, I'm 55, so therefore that means I cannot wear denim jeans, I can't wear this, I can't wear that. Well, the reality is there is no one size that fits all. Everyone has a different body type, a different lifestyle, different personal style. So all I'm saying here is don't limit yourself by ridiculous rules that are not necessarily right for you. Trust your instinct. If something feels good when you put it on, chances are it is working for you. And at the end of the day, who cares? As long as it makes you happy, then it is the right piece for you. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you real soon. Bye for now.